everybody. It is Monday. I hope you are doing well today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and this is Project Joy Live. And I got we're like 3 minutes late coming on here this morning because I got distracted. But it goes with our theme today of I am a lot in the morning for most human beings. I'm a lot for myself sometimes. And the interesting thing of today's show is that I have talked before about living with chronic health conditions and things like that, and so sometimes my body is not cooperating, but the interesting thing about that is that my mind is always on all the time. It never stops. And we're going to talk about that on the show today and how I think you should lean into it a little bit. I think sometimes we get really caught up in what we believe our identity is. And so we go with that instead of something that might make us a little bit uncomfortable, but in the end, it might make us feel better. So we'll talk about that on the show coming up here this morning. Let's talk about what's all is going to happen on the show here in the morning brew. Let's do it. I hope you guys are waking up this morning. The whole title for the show today, I'm a lot in the morning, was a joke that happened between Miss Brittany and I, who's out there in that front seat this morning. Because I shared with her that sometimes I sing really loudly and I'll like come in and jump on my kid's bed and sing and all of that. And that she was like, I would throw all my pillows at you. And like, listen, there's a purpose. There's a purpose for it. So I'm excited to talk about that today. We've got our celebrate today to talk about our national days that are happening in the country today. We've also got a moment for compassion this morning. After the commercial, we're going to talk about that being a lot in the morning and how I think you should just lean into it a little bit. We're going to talk about that after the break. We've got birthdays coming up. And of course, we have a very amazing week here in the Breakthrough Show Network community. And I'd love to share with you about that as well. Um, it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot sometimes. And I'm excited to share about it with you on the show today. So, with that, let's celebrate today because there's always something to celebrate here on Project Joy Live. You hear that cheering? What do we have to celebrate today? Let's find out. It's National Shrimp Scampi today. Now, while I do not participate in the shrimp anymore because I'm plant-based, shared this before, um, but I do enjoy a good scampi, and there's actually many things that you can have with the scampi that taste just as great. Basically, it's like a white wine, and butter and lemon and all its deliciousness in the pasta. And of course the Parmesan cheese, the Parmigiano cheese, which is amazing. And of course I use the vegan version of that as well. However, shrimp scampi day, I'm here for that. In fact, I should make something, some sort of scampi because that sounds delicious. It's also National Zipper Day. Let's find out about this. National Zipper Day commemorates April 29th, 1913, when the patent for the modern zipper was issued. The day celebrates something we often do not think about and may automatically take for granted. Now, see, the interesting thing about zippers is this. It takes longer to do the buttons on something, right? Like, and especially those of us who might have like arthritis in our hands or something like that. Buttons can be a little bit of a nuisance. However, does anybody else, am I the only one on the planet that has like horror stories about zippers? Like, definitely not. There's something about Mary zipper stories. Y'all remember that scene? Not those kind of horror stories, but like getting your hair caught in them. Or what about, oh my gosh. So I've had these instances where I have had jackets that I absolutely love and the zipper breaks and you're kind of screwed unless you can pay someone to, or you know how to like replace a zipper. I just feel like replacing a zipper is so much more difficult, takes more talent, knowledge, is more time consuming than replacing a button. Like I feel like most people could replace a button, not so much with a zipper. So I just don't know, like, I don't know, I have horror stories about zippers. It's one of those things that, like, I've gotten hair caught, I've caught, like, my own skin in there, like, you get it caught on things and it's not, and then, you think about people who have had moments like There's Something About Mary. I feel like I don't know. As much as buttons take a little bit longer, I mean, I guess we can have a little bit of appreciation for National Zipper Day today, that modern zipper, like, makes things quicker or whatever, but that's it really for the times that we fight with it. That's my question this morning. I don't know. Let me know if you have any fun or not so fun zipper stories that you would like to share. It's also National Peace Rose Day. Each year on April 29th, National Peace Rose Day honors a well known and fruitful garden rose. This light yellow to large cream colored flowers of the peace rose have slightly flushed crimson pink petal edges. It is a hybrid tea rose that is hardy, vigorous, and highly resistant to disease. Love that. The peace rose was discovered between 1935 and 1939. That was less than 100 years ago. So that's really interesting, and anytime we see plants, especially some of these ones that Brittany shares online, okay, uh, it makes you wonder, because if they weren't discovered until recently, what happened in nature for these beautiful plants to be created? Like, I don't know. Does anybody else's brain go go there, or is it just me? It's just me probably, but, Brittany's like, "I've had, my moments with zippers." So, that's what we have in our, celebrate today. I wanna share something else with you that I've been seeing going around. I don't I mean, I guess this is a reason to celebrate, so we'll go with that. Okay, we will go with that. I'm trying to put okay. So there is this image going around right now. You guys see this here? There's this image going around right now of people are saying that there are all of these spiders on Mars. Let me know, raise your hand if you have seen this going around. This article is by Harriet Brewis. It's on Microsoft this morning. The thought of a colony of giant spiders sprawled across the surface of Mars may sound like something out of a sci-fi thriller, but the new satellite images released by the ESA paint an alarming picture of such a dystopian reality. The pictures taken back in February show dark, spindly formations scattered around an area of the red planet's southern polar region known as Inca City. The dark clusters even look as though they have legs and that they have swarmed together in large groups. Okay, so this has been going around, and everybody that I have seen has been like, absolutely not. Burn it down. Can we take Mars out of the solar system? Okay. I have seen all of these things, but this is what's really interesting about this is that they're not actually spiders that we're seeing. This is what they say. And some of y'all act like you believe anyway. I'm gonna moving on. So apparently they are not Martian arachnids. They're not spiders. They're simply channels of carbon dioxide that have been erupting. What do you guys think? Do you believe that? Do you believe that they're just something erupting, or do you think that those look like spiders to you? Let me know. Um, you have not seen this going. What do y'all think? Good morning, Danielle. What do y'all think these look like to you? I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. My thought was Mars is super far away, right? And in order to get a photo of spiders on a planet that is this far away, those spiders have to be huge. like real big in order to get this photo. Do y'all hear what I'm saying right now? Are we on the same page? Because and I'm thinking to myself, no. So if I was the government and I was trying to make Mars look really appealing to get people off our planet and somewhere else, of course, I would say something like, it's just carbon dioxide erupting. What did they say? Yes, they're simply channels of carbon dioxide that have been erupting. They're not spiders at all. Of course, that's what they would say. Eh, it I don't I don't listen, I don't know. Danielle said, "They look like spiders to me," and absolutely not. I agree 1,000,000%. It's as Randy Randy would say on American Idol, "It's a no for me, dog." Let's get into our moment of compassion because I'm starting to lose it real quickly. I can have compassion for spiders at a distance. At a distance. We just moved back up north after 20 years in other parts of the country where the bugs and the spiders are something that and they don't even touch places like Australia and the spiders and things that you see there. But the ones that in the Southern United States and so absolutely no. Mm-mm. This is not compassion from afar. As we get into our moment of compassion this morning, we are on card number 13. Last one was a little bit of a gut punch last Friday, but we have been going over these compassion cards from American Buddhist nun Pema Chodron. They are teachings for the awakening of the heart in everyday life. They're not oracle cards or tarot cards, they're just teachings of compassion. Card number 13 starts out great and wonderful. Be grateful to everyone. Be grateful to everyone. Simple, right? Let's visit the commentary. Others will always show you exactly where you are stuck. Remember that mirror that we've talked about? Others will always show you exactly where you are stuck. They will say or do something, and you automatically get hooked into a familiar way of reacting, shutting down, speeding up, or getting all worked up. When you react in the habitual way with anger, greed, and so forth, it gives you a chance to see your patterns and work with them honestly and compassionately. Without others provoking you, you remain ignorant of your painful habits and cannot train in transforming them into the path of awakening. There it is. Without others provoking you. So, without these opportunities for us to see these ways that we react and respond, and the way we act a fool for just putting it some kind of way, you remain ignorant of your habits, your painful habits, and cannot train in transforming them. It's awareness. If we don't have if we're not pushed the way that we're pushed, we don't see that there are things that we need to work on. Does that mean that I think that people should just come and push us right off the cliff and not the loving way that Jessica does? No. I still think that there's room for us to be aware of how we trigger people. I still think that there's room for us to um be compassionate in how we present things. But when we are the ones that are being pushed, prodded, shown something, that's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for us to look at our response, look at the way we're responding to things and go, "Oh, like that's really an area that we have to work on." But that's sometimes a really hard place for us to get to, right? Like when especially if we're being mistreated and we're worked up and we're feeling some kind of way about that, it's hard to get from time to time to get out of that space of blame and you shouldn't be doing this and you shouldn't be treating in this way and they're in the wrong. Regardless of any of that, we still get to choose how we respond to that behavior or respond to any situation. So it's an opportunity for us to practice getting into a space of compassion for the other person and also for ourselves in how we're choosing to react in any given moment. Want to go over here this morning. Good morning, Swampy Sloth. Good to see you today. Good morning, Kevin. Good to see you. Yes, lucky number 13. So let me know of how you guys feel about that. Others will always show you exactly where you are stuck. So be grateful to everyone, not just the ones that bring obvious warm and fuzzy feelings, warm and fuzzy value to our life, but sometimes the harsh, sticky, the tough value, the tough value to our lives. Still something to be grateful for. So that's card number 13 as we're sharing about this morning. Listen, we're going to take a super quick break, you guys. And when we come back, we're going to talk about how I'm a friggin' lot in the morning for most human beings. And we're going to talk about that after the break, as well as I have a little Care Bear pin surprise box that I'm going to open with you live on air after the break. So we'll be right back after this. Don't go anywhere.
Breakthroughs are about more than you might think. They're about discovering who you are, digging deep, reaching to the core of your soul. They're about healing yourself, understanding your beliefs, creating a ripple effect. And it's not just those initial moments that matter. It's about using them to bring more joy into our own lives and the lives of others. It's about having fun, letting loose, enjoying every moment life has to offer. It's about finding a safe space. It's about creating connection. Join us each and every day for exclusive programming, special events, and a community to call home, where we invite you to explore, change the way you look at and live your life, and go beyond the breakthrough. So we ask you, are you ready? We'll see you online at thebreakthroughshow.com.
Welcome back to Project Joy Live. It is Monday, April 29th, 2024. I hope you are set up to have an absolutely amazing week ahead. And today I want to get to the point of the show, which is I am a lot to deal with in the morning sometimes for some people in the daily uplift. Here we go. All right. So, where this conversation came about today is I was talking to my girl Brittany behind the scenes, and we were talking about sort of my antics that happen in the morning. I have a lot of energy when I wake up in the morning. Now, not necessarily when I first open my eyes. I deal with some autoimmune issues, and I've shared about these things in my life before that I've dealt with since I was very, very, very young. And so when I say I have a lot of energy, that doesn't mean that I am not physically tired, physically exhausted. Like my eyes feel very heavy today. maybe you wouldn't necessarily know it, but my body feels a little achy this morning, but my brain is very excited to be here with you today. That's the only way I can describe it. And so I've always sort of been this person that in the morning I'm up and I'm ready to tackle the day. And I've shared this before about my sort of I'm gonna call it like a new year mentality. And I don't really know where this comes from other than that I feel like I've been like this a lot of my life. So um I feel such power in like a new moon, a new year, a birthday, a Monday, a morning, which to me speaks to like a new beginning sort of energy. And I think what does it for me is really the power of possibilities. I think somewhere in my subconscious, I'm saying to myself, what all is possible today? Like, what can we attack the world today? How can we attack the world today? How can we do all the things and imagine who we could meet and where we could go and the things we could do and the amazing things we could eat or taste or smell or I don't know. I feel like that's what's going on in my brain. And so that translates to a somewhat hyperness in the morning, and I don't even drink caffeine. Like, I don't drink coffee. My one thing that I have, almost daily are B12 vitamins. I'm using this, amazing Sprayology, which I'm gonna tell you guys about another time, right now, and so, like, I'm not on anything, not I'm not really sure what it is. And I was sharing with Brittany about how I will get up in the morning. I've shared with you guys before that I am such a lover of musicals, and Singing in the Rain is one of my favorite musicals of all time with Gene Kelly. And so there's a scene where they've stayed up absolutely all night long, which is totally me. Not the staying up all night long anymore, but it's totally me to even after staying up all night, I'm still up at my normal hour between 5 and 6 a.m. just wee, and why I don't know. And so there's this scene where they're up all night and then they've got this great idea and they're like, "Oh, I didn't even realize it was morning." And they start singing the good morning song. Good morning, good morning. We've talked the whole night through. Good morning to you and you and you and you. Good morning. It's great to stay up late. Good morning to you. Okay, so we get the picture now. Uh, so I have gone into like my kids' room singing that in the top of my lungs in the morning, jumping on their bed. And when I was telling this to Brittany, she was like, I would literally throw everything on my bed at you. I would throw it at you and that would be it. And I said, "But see, look at how that worked. You'd throw everything at me, then you'd be cold and couldn't get back to sleep, and now you're awake. See? For a purpose." My point of all this is I think there's part of this that it's a person thing. Everybody has preferences. Everybody has certain ways that they feel at certain times of the day, and I think that that's like, that's part of it. However, However, stay with me here. Stay with me. Um, I think that many of us, and this is not just speaking about whether you're a morning person or an evening person, raise your hand if you've ever said, I'm a insert whatever here person in your life. I'm a morning person. I'm an evening. Raise your hand out there in the audience, live or replay. If you've ever said those words, I'm a morning person, I'm an evening person, I'm a sweets person, I'm a salty person, a I'm a people person, I'm not a people person, I'm an introvert, I'm an extrovert, I'm insert whatever there. Okay? While that may be true to an extent, My challenge with that is that sometimes we go through periods of our lives where we are that person that we're describing. Okay. We are that person that we're describing. But over time, things might shift a little bit, or things might need to shift a little bit. But we are so stuck on, I'm not a morning person. I'm not an evening person. I'm not a sweets person. I'm not. What are we missing out by staying in our zone of comfort? What are we missing out on by staying in our zone of comfort? And so, even though somebody might be getting up and singing to you at the top of their lungs in the morning, and you're like, well, I'm not a morning person. Imagine if you just kind of like just leaned into it for just a minute, into that space of discomfort, and even just, splash around in the shallow end of that for a minute and go, maybe this is the energy that I needed for today. Maybe this is something that I needed in my life overall. Maybe this is something that I haven't considered before because I was too busy proclaiming myself to be whatever it is that I've claimed to be. And your brain, like, there's been so, I mean, not to geek out on the science for a minute, there have been so many studies done about how your brain doesn't know the difference. If you say out loud, I am a whatever, your brain doesn't know that you don't mean all the time. So you're setting yourself up for missing out on enjoyment on days when you might need it. When you're when you maybe one day you are a morning person. I have told myself before 100 million times that I'm not a night person. But guess what? And Danielle can tell you I will go out and have a good time in the evening. I may be I may be falling asleep at the table at Wahlburgers at 1 in the morning. However, I'm having a good time because if I sat there and was like, "Well, I'm not a night person, so I'm just not gonna go," that's me missing out on having a good time, listening to music, having fun with my friends, all of these things that if I held myself to that, then I miss out on that stuff. And Swampy's got it right here, growth. That's what you're missing out on by proclaiming yourself to be one thing or another. You're missing out on being on so many possibilities. And so that goes back to what I was saying in the beginning of this, that I really believe that so much of my energy in the morning comes from that realm of possibilities. That realm of possibilities, being high on life. That's what it is. And I think there's also part of that too. I've been through so much in my life where I should not be here. I should not be here. And I think there's an element of not just the being high on life um and some of the other things that we're talking about, but gratitude is a huge piece of it. The possibilities that I mentioned before, the not taking things for granted, uh, being thankful to be here another moment. Not going to get emotional on the show today, but being thankful to be here in another moment. And so many of you guys have raised your hand and said, I proclaim that you're a certain kind of person. And so even though I'm a lot in the morning, I absolutely love that about myself because I have even had guests come on Project Joy in the morning. And when we do our little recap after the show, they come to me and they say, I had no idea I needed this. Like they thought they were just coming on to be a guest, and they'll be like, I had no idea that even I needed this. Absolutely. Why limit yourself? 100 don't you be whoever you wanna be in the moment, and that's it. Danielle said, "When I've gotten a good night's sleep and I feel great in the morning, I express it all day." I think sleep is a good part, but I will tell you, I don't sleep well. And so it's wildly ironic to me that I have the amount of energy, like the and I will not even say, again, when I say energy, I don't mean physical energy, like just joy energy. Joy energy. It's ironic how much joy energy I have in the morning when I don't sleep well, when I live with chronic pain, when I go through all of these things in life like I've shared with you guys. Where I don't drink caffeine. Where is it coming from? It's got to be some of these other things. So, being high on life, having gratitude, don't limit yourself. Don't use language that says that you are one type of person or another. Allow yourself to go with what you're feeling. Recognize the possibilities that literally anything could happen in a single day. Anything could happen today. Absolutely beyond your comprehension could happen today. 100%. Sleep can play a really big part in your role and your mood throughout the day. However, you can also choose. You can also choose, and you can do those things to make yourself feel good, and you can be a morning person if you want. I'm gonna give you guys a little Care Bear stare today. You guys know how much I love Care Bears. I have a whole bunch on my thing back here. I was a Care Bear for Halloween. Even though we're gonna be other things, I'm probably still gonna wear my Care Bears at some point this next Halloween. But I found this little surprise box yesterday while I was at Hot Topic. I went to the mall yesterday and it was so fun. Brought me There's not a lot open in the mall anymore. However, Spencer's and Hot Topic are still there and it brought me back. Let me tell you something, brought me back. So I found this little Care Bear mystery pin. Inside this box is a mystery pin. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So I'm opening it. I haven't opened it live on air with you this morning. Because I want to see what mystery pin I get and share with you guys a Care Bear stare. See? Closed. Let's see what we get today. I bet it's going to be just the Care Bear we need. Oh, stop it. And it was the Care Bear that I was for Halloween. Cheer Bear. Okay. If this doesn't give you some kind of Care Bear energy today, I don't even know what to tell you. I don't even know. It's me. It's me in the summer as a Care Bear. With my shades on. It's happening. Okay, I'm putting it on. So I want y'all to have a great day ahead of you today. I have my Care Bear on my here we go. On my shirt. There's your big Care Bear stare. And we have to get to birthdays. All right, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to all those that are celebrating today. And I hope you guys will find a way to have some morning energy, even if you're not a morning person today. Love it. All right. So let's get to our birthdays today. I did not plan birthdays today. I'm looking with you with the birthdays. Oh my goodness. A legend has a birthday today. Willie Nelson is 91 years old today. Happy birthday, Willie Nelson. Love that. Uma Thurman, an incredible actress, 54 years old today. Candace Owens, who a lot of people have a love-hate relationship with in the world of politics, 35 years old today. Jerry Seinfeld hits the big 70 today. Jerry Seinfeld is 70 years old today. My husband and I last weekend watched the Billy Joel concert from Madison Square Garden on Amazon, and he has like famous people all the time coming on the stage and joining him for his shows, and Jerry Seinfeld was one of them, so that was kind of cool to see that interaction between Jerry Seinfeld and Billy Joel. Good concert, by the way. You guys should check it out if you have Amazon. Let's see who else. Who else? Michelle Pfeiffer, another incredible actress, 66 years old today. Anybody needs to take a breath on that one. Whew. Dale Earnhardt, who passed away in 2001, a great race car driver. He had a birthday today. Duke Ellington, a great pianist in the world of jazz, passed away in 1974. He had a birthday today. Who else do we have going on here? Let's see. All of these, so many people that I have. I'm not up with the times. I'm not up with the times sometimes with these people. Never heard of them in my whole life. In the celebrities in my life, one special celebrity birthday that I want to mention. We had a couple days ago. We missed some, so I got to mention Craig Siegel, who's been on the Breakthrough Show, Jeff Brandeis, who's been on the Breakthrough Show, Aaron Hill, who's been on the Breakthrough Show, and also Daniel Bruce Levin, who's been on the Breakthrough Show. All of these amazing Breakthrough alums have had birthdays over the last couple of days, so wishing them a happy, happy, happy day. Let's get our birthday song on. Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. We got that Muppet energy here on Project Joy Live. If you missed that clip, you gotta cracks me up every time I watch it from when Brittany was on the show last Wednesday. Make sure you check out that clip when we talk about that Muppet energy that we bring here on Project Joy Live. Another thing I want to point out with you guys, thank you for sticking with me during our I'm a lot in the morning segment today. And also I want to remind you, one of the best things that you can do for your morning if you're not feeling it, if you're like whoever prescribed morning today needs to go away, if you ever feel that, surround yourself with people and things that bring you joy so that you can find it in yourself and lift yourself up. And one of the best ways you can do that Monday, Wednesday, Friday is to join us here on Project Joy Live. And also there we have hundreds of episodes. So go check them out on the days that we're not here and bring yourself a little bit of joy in the morning. Okay. Bring yourself a little joy in the morning. Happy, happy birthday. Yes. Muppet energy. It's happening. We're making a t-shirt. It's coming, by the way. All right, so let's talk about what's coming up on the Breakthrough Show Network this week because it's always a good time on the next episode. Man, Dr. Dre is my homeboy. He just doesn't know it. He's like, okay. Moving on. So we have a great week coming up here on the Breakthrough Show Network. We have Pomodoro happening here. Like literally check-in is just over 10 minutes, about 13 minutes from now. You can go to the Breakthrough Show Network.club, the Breakthrough Show Network.club, and you will go into our virtual community where we have Pomodoro sessions, virtual co-working today, Wednesday, and Friday, and a special session I'll tell you about in just a minute. Today and Fridays at 9:55 a.m. Eastern Time check-in. We start promptly at 10 o'clock. You can bring your to-do list of any kind, self-care, chores, work you have to do, a book you have to read, a book you have to write, anything. You're going to give your dog a bath. Whatever you have to do, bring that with you so we can be held accountable, but also lift each other up when we get those things accomplished and checked off of our to-do list. 9:55 today and Friday, but also I'm trying to bring up my calendar here and it's not cooperating with me. Wednesday is 1:55 check-in time. We also have a very special virtual co-working Pomodoro session happening Thursday. It is perfect for spring cleaning, big projects you have to do because we are working the full day together, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. All of our Pomodoro sessions are completely free to join. Again, the Breakthrough Show Network.club is your friend. You go there, enter our lobby. There's a tab at the top of the page that says events. It has all of our incredible events on it. But Pomodoro Thursday is going to be the full day. Get all the things done. Great for, like I said, spring cleaning, big projects, stuff like that. Um, Make sure you tune into that. Come join us. You can come for the whole day or just one or two sessions, whatever floats your boat. Invite you to join us to that. Also, FYI, we have our poetry reading hosted by Katerina Stomska across the pond over in Scotland. That is at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. Again, virtual community is the place to be. Go check out our events there, the breakthroughshownetwork.club. And then we have Project Joy, of course, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have an all new episode of the Breakthrough Show coming up on Friday at 1 p.m. with Ray Coates, premiering a brand new song from the album he's working on with John Chatham, Fall Guy. The new song is called Run for the Roses, premiering that day. He's going to be on both Project Joy Live and the Breakthrough Show. So make sure you guys check that out. Saturday is going to be a busy day. Saturday is a lot. We start off with Soul Saturday Morning Coffee at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time in our virtual community. And we also have I will be live that evening from Foxwoods Resort Casino here in Connecticut with some footage from Don't Tell Lisa at Foxwoods Resort Casino in the atrium. And the reason why is because Don't Tell Lisa's lead singer, Kathy Ellis, is going to be a guest on the Breakthrough Show coming up in just a few weeks. So on May 17th, you're going to get to see my interview with Kathy Ellis. You're not going to want to miss this. Set a date in your calendar. May 17th, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. But I'm going to be live on Instagram. Look for us, the Breakthrough Show Network, with footage from the atrium at Foxwoods Resort Casino with Don't Tell Lisa in the atrium. So don't miss that, you guys. It's going to be amazing, amazing, amazing. So I'm so happy that you joined us today for another episode of Project Joy Live, and I hope it brought you some kind of joy today. I'm your host, Jessica Dugas, and I want to remind you to make joy a priority in your life today and every day because you are the joy. And I'll see you next time. Bye.